is going on, everybody? Polar here. We're back. And it's been a while, We have gone through a lot. I went through finals. I had all the holidays coming. But here we are, New Year's Day. And we are at the end of the regular season for Season 2 in the Premier Madden League. Now, essentially what I wanted to do was give you guys a rundown on how the season went. How Ted Lasso himself did against the competition in the Premier Madden League, and how the Bengals fared in our hopes to make the playoffs. Now, you can see I finished with an 11-5 record with 2 wins off the back there at the end. I think we actually had 3 straight off the end there. But we're going to go take a look at the good old schedule here. Team schedule. That's how we played out. Week 1 loss against the Giants. Week 2 win against the Texans. Week 3 win against the Jaguars. Week 4. This one was an interesting story. We didn't end up getting to play. Got the force win on that one. Lost to Z-Star week 5. That was rough. We start hot 3-1 and then take a W or take an L there to the Redskins. Got a win against the Chargers, who is likely my playoff opponent next week, which is really interesting. So we've got that win there to boost us into the next round that we're going through. Took a loss to the Cowboys there, bye week. Big win over the Titans. Big win over the Patriots. Big win over the Colts. Couldn't handle Lamar Jackson the first time I played against him. Was rough. Came back strong, though, against the Steelers. Took a big loss to the Browns. This one was really important. Took a loss to the Browns. But then, win against the Ravens here. Locked up playoff berth. All but locked up playoff berth. But then we took another win against the Browns and finished with a win over the Steelers. Puts us at 11-5. Now we can go ahead here and take a look at the stats. Standings. Bears went 15-0. Chiefs 12-4. Lions 13-3. Falcons 13-3. Bills 13-3. Giants 13-3. Dolphins 12-4. Cowboys are 10-6. Gonna miss the playoffs. Crazy. Well, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 in. And the Redskins will go in as 5. So, yeah, the Redskins will go in as 5 at the wild card. And I think... Are the Cardinals really going to make the playoffs at 6-10? I didn't even look at that. The Cardinals are really going to make the playoffs at 6-10. They're going to have a playoff home game at 6-10. This division is something else, let me tell you. All right, let's look at our division. AFC North. I went 11-5. Browns 7-9. Steelers 6-10. Ravens 5-11. I definitely had the best defense in the division. That is for certain. Second best offense. Nothing crazy. But the AFC playoff picture is looking like this. Chiefs and Bills will have home field advantage. I won my division, get a home playoff game. Colts won their division, get a home playoff game. Colts will be facing the Dolphins, which is Cookie Boy. And then I will be taking on the Chargers, who I beat already this year. Moving along now, we can take a look at the team, how some of our rookies have graded out, how we've done. As this loads, here's Bryce Perkins, our third-round quarterback out of Virginia, up to a 76 overall, 78 with the morale boost, 95 throw power, still insane, above 80 in all of his accuracies now. He's doing a really good job. That 84 speed is still there. We'll look at the stats in a minute, but Perkins is doing great. AJ Green taking a bit of a hit. He's down to an 87. He's going to regress even more, unfortunately. But streak specialist, cross specialist, and double me, always worth having. That 89 speed is a little rough, but 94 spec catch, 93 deep route running, 94 catch in traffic, 92 jumping. That's what you need. So we're looking good there with AJ Green. We take a look at his contract. He's got some time left on it. Yeah, he's got definitely a few more years left on his contract. So we're locked into that one. That's okay. You know, as long as he has the abilities, it'll be worth it, even as a red zone guy. Boyd is getting up there. He's up to 84 with the slot. Still a little slow. 97 catching is great. So you can't complain about that. John Ross is up to 79. He's got Star Dev, which is really good. You know, 97 speed is still 97 speed. You know, his release is getting there. It's not great, but it's getting there. Our line, left side of the line is good. You know, John Simpson, our rookie out of Clemson, doing well. We need to boost that run block. We need to get that run block up there. But as a pass blocking left guard, he's doing a very good job. We brought in Ben Jones as our free agent signing here. Anchored the center of the line. Right side needs some work. When we get to the rookies, we'll go through, you know, how we're looking for the draft. And then Jonah Williams is doing Jonah Williams things. He's really good. He's only 22 years old, out of Alabama. And so these two guys will lock down our line for a very long time. Joe Mixon, still Joe Mixon. He doesn't break tackles the way I'd like him to, but, you know, he's still good. That 93 juke is good. He makes it work. 94 carrying, does not fumble. 92 speed is good. The mix of break tackle and elusiveness is also good. But because of how bad my line is, it's very hard to run the ball all that effectively. Tyler Eifert, glad he's still around. You know, he's a great all-around tight end. His short and medium route running are amazing. His catch and traffic is great. His catching is great. Run block is good. 75 run block is good. So we're not going to complain about that. And then CJ Uzama, good to have. You know, 85 speed on a tight end is not something you're ever going to complain about at 6'6". On the defensive side of the ball, we've had some good luck this year. Will Jackson got upgraded to superstar with Unfakeable, and now he has Man Up. So with that, the 93 speed and the 88 man, you man him up on someone, and he's doing a really good job. 92 jumping is also great. It's 6 foot, so he's a true lockdown corner on the outside for us. We will have to... we re-sign him? Or is that next year? We did re-sign him. So we re-signed him before he got his upgrade, which makes him a little bit cheaper, which is great. We will have him through, I believe, his age 31 season, which is what we need. Yeah, so we'll have him through his age 31 season, which for William Jackson is going to be great. Darquez Denard, we got upgraded a while ago. Unfakeable and universal coverage. You know, his coverage stats aren't great, but for a slot corner, that's exactly what we need. Now, I know he's my number 2 corner, but if you look at who I have at number 3, Trayvon Diggs, he's had some good upgrades this year. 94, he got a speed upgrade, so now he's at 94 speed with 87 press. Only 78 man, which isn't great, but it's workable. But it's 6'2", that's, you know, can't really complain about that. Jesse Bates and Sean Williams as safeties have had themselves years. We'll go look into their stats later, but Jesse Bates is up to an 85 overall, 89 speed, 85 zone. Great center fielder there. Sean Williams has actually been playing a lot down in the box, which is interesting because it's not necessarily his best place, but 88 speed, 87 hit power, 81 tackle. He does a job down there. We've been using him almost as like a will linebacker, which has been awesome. Jermaine Pratt has took a big step up this year out of NC State. 87 speed, 87 tackle is great. The block shed's got to go up a little bit, but he's my main user linebacker. And we also have been using Miles Killebrew. Brought him into user and sub packages with the 87 speed and 89 hit power, just to lay some boomstick out there. Carl Lawson has had an awesome year. He's up to 86 overall. 94 finesse move at 85 speed is insane off the edge there. His only real downside is that 71 block shed, which we can hope to upgrade as we move forward. Again, strip specialist, finesse specialist is great. Gino, still being Gino. He's 91 overall, even at age 32. I mean, you can't top those stats, really. 91 strength, 93 block shed, 94 power move, 99 awareness, 94 play rec, 91 pursuit. He does a job in the middle there. And then with reach elite, power specialist, and then an unstoppable force, he's just... Defense would be a lot different without him, for sure. And then, kickers are doing fine. Lachlan Edwards has been fine. We've been using Darius Phillips as our kick returner, just because he has 92 speed, decent kick return, and can do a job. But Gio and John Ross have been our punt returners. They've been doing okay. Randy Bullock has been awesome. So we will go now dive into the stats so you can see what they have been doing for the year. You can look already and see Bryce Perkins has had a year. Let me tell you. So, rookie Bryce Perkins, 4,300 yards, 37 TDs, 28 interceptions, 61% or 68% completion percentage, passer rating of 103.7. He did get hurt for one game, and Andy Dalton balled out. 30 for 46, 3 TDs, and 1 interception. That's can't complain when your backup can do that. Rushing-wise, Mixon, not a great year. Only 814 yards and 4 TDs. Perkins had 8 fumbles on the year. Not great, but it happens. Mixon didn't fumble at all. So the rushing TDs we had, we had 8, 10 rushing touchdowns, which isn't terrible, but not great. Receiving-wise, AJ Green and John Ross had themselves years. 2,000-yard receivers, both over 10 touchdowns. 15 for AJ and then 12 for John Ross. Tyler Boyd came in with 800 yards. Mixon had 6 TDs on the ground, too, so he had 10 total TDs. Eifert was hurt for a lot of the year, but, he did well. All of these guys averaged over 10 yards of reception, which is insane. The rack average on John Ross over 8 yards is great. Mixon, same as well, which is awesome. So our passing game was definitely there this year. Stanley Morgan Jr. had 1 catch for 73 yards and a touchdown. Can't complain about that. Gio did all right, and then on from there. Blocking-wise, we gave up 11, 18, 21, 26, 32 sacks on the year, which isn't great. It's like 2 a game, which is actually not bad. Jonah Williams, 11 sacks in 16 games. He was, almost good for 1 a game. But with the pass rush, in Madden, it's bound to happen. On the defensive side of the ball, Jermaine Pratt led the team in tackles. 82 tackles for William Jackson, who had himself a decent year. But what we really need to look at, so first let's look at our sacks. 23.5 from Carl Lawson and 20 from Geno Atkins. 8 from Dunlap, 6.5 from Vigil, 4 from Hubbard, 3 from Sean Williams, 3 from Trayvon Diggs, 3 from Jordan Willis, 2.5 from Pratt, 1 from Jackson, 1 from Denard, and half a sack from Preston Brown. Tackles for a loss, we had Carl Lawson and Jermaine Pratt. We had 4 guys with over 10 tackles for a loss, which is awesome. Diggs had 9 himself, doing a really good job there, stopping the run for us. And we look at interceptions. Sean Williams had 9 interceptions this year, which is amazing. Will Jackson had 5, Pratt had 4, Denard had 4, Diggs had 3. 3 for a rookie, amazing, along with 9 pass deflections. Bates had 2, Preston Brown had 2, Killebrew had 2, and then 1 for Willis, Kirkpatrick, and Darnay Holmes, who's our rookie. As far as deflections, we had Jackson up top at 12, then Pratt, then Denard, then Diggs, then Williams. Catches allowed. This stat's weird. I mean, William Jackson is always on their number 1 corner, or number 1 receiver, so it's going to kind of be a little more for him because he gets more targets thrown at him. We did not force a lot of fumbles this year. 2 from Dunlap and then just 1 from everyone else. So not a lot of big hits this year. Happens sometimes. And then with those fumbles, we only recovered 4 of them, which sucks, but happens. As far as, did we have a safety this year? Yeah, Vigil got a safety, and then we had 4 defensive touchdowns, which is good. Killebrew had one, which is great. As far as kicking, Randy Bullock was 21 for 24, had a 59-yarder, so it's good. 50 out of 52 from the extra point. One was blocked, which kind of sucks. So he was 7 for 10 from 50, which is great. If you go 70% from 50 plus, that's awesome. He was perfect under 50. His only 3 misses were from 50 plus, which is awesome. Punting, Edwards had a net average of 47.7. Only 4 touchbacks, 19 in the 20. He had a long of 70 yards on a punt, which was great. No kick return TDs, no punt return TDs, so we could work on that. But as far as stat-wise, I think, Season 2 for the Bengals, we're doing a good job. Team stats here. So we are middle of the pack on offense, Passing-wise, we are 3rd, which is great. Points per game, we're down there. We're not super high points per game wise. We're, middle of the pack right there. Passing touchdowns, we are tied for 2nd. Rushing touchdowns, we are almost last. It's just how it goes sometimes. First downs is at 204, so I think we're top 10, top 15, which is good. Defensive wise, again, middle of the pack. Points allowed, the Bears at 186 is just insane. We're under 400, which is good. Better than some really good playoff teams here. Sacks wise, we are 4th, tied for 2nd behind the Chargers. Fumbles, not great. We are 3rd to last. Interceptions, we are middle of the pack, I think. Yeah, right there, Bengals with 34. Conversion-wise, 3rd down percentage, the Bengals were 50% from 3rd down, which is great. We were down here. Some games not great. 36%, which is not good. 4th down-wise, we were... So there's 66 there. We were 63. I think we had the most attempts on 4th down, and we were 12 for 19 on them, which is great. We were 0 for 2 going for 2-point attempts, which sucks, but being that good on 4th, I mean, if you're bad on 3rd, you might as well be good on 4th, right? Red zone efficiency, Vikings at 91% is awesome. Bills at 90% is awesome. I would bet we weren't great. We were at 72%, which is the lowest out of the playoff teams. The next lowest is going to be the Cardinals at 79. Defensive red zone percentage, the Chargers were up at 63, which is really good. And we were here at 75, tied with the Bears. Also good. Penalties, I don't know how we did with that. We were pretty low. Only 24 penalties for 202 yards in the season. Whereas like the Patriots, the Bills had 31 for 394. Turnover differential, so the Bears was up at 43. We were about even, I think. Yeah, +4. So we threw 29 interceptions and had 34. We fumbled. We lost 5 fumbles and recovered 5 fumbles. So 34 giveaways to 38 takeaways. Not the best, but good. We were positive. And that's, team stats. Now, as far as award races, I think we're only in on one of them. And that's, we go to the AFC. Perkins is around. He's 9th here. Defensive Player of the Year, I don't think I have anyone there. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Perkins is 4th. Passed. I don't understand how he's 4th in the Offensive Rookie of the Year. He was really, really good this season, but the halfbacks and the one wide receiver took it from him. Defensive Rookie of the Year, I don't think, our corner didn't make it, but Best QB, Bryce Perkins, should win Best QB from the AFC, which is great for a rookie. Best wide receiver, AJ's 5th. Best D-line, we've got Carl Lawson in 2nd, and then Gino at 5th. So those guys should be Pro Bowl candidates. Linebackers, no one. Defensive backs, Sean Williams is 5th. And best kicker, I guess Bullock is up there. But those are the annual awards that we got going. And that's that, really. That's, recap of the Bengals season. We've got playoffs coming up, which is great. I think we'll be facing the Chargers, and we're in for a good playoffs here. Nice to get one of the worst teams into the playoffs in year 2. Nice to have our rookies stepping up the way they did. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will catch you all next time.